Alright, everybody. Show and tell time. Well, first I thought I'd show some of the kind of just what I use in production. This is a page on heavyweight 11x17 paper, just using a Sharpie. I penciled it first, inked it, and this is one of the pages I've got in the Super Monsterama, the full color comic that I'm working on. It's at the printer, so hopefully it comes back from the printer fine, and you guys can check it out when it gets back here. These are a couple of poses from I did a study, a little animation study. I threw it on YouTube, and I just wanted to get a couple of poses of a guy running, so I just got some bond paper, typing paper. That's what we used to call it back in the day, typing paper. And I penciled it and then inked them real quick, scanned them in. I don't know, thought you might be curious. Sometimes I'll just mess around and try to do little quick things. These are with brush pens. I just kind of penciled something. I was going to maybe use this as an interstitial for these videos, but I didn't actually use this, so it's going to go in the round filing cabinet that's gets thrown in the dump. You don't want to be too precious with your work. Make it, use it for what it's got to be used for, and let it go sometimes. Anyway, that's that. And I thought I would take this time to show you a couple of things that I've been working on. Let me use this as sort of a backdrop. This drawing table's got a lot of paint on it. I've been showing you guys some peg heads on my website, on my blog. But those are just photographs, so I thought I would show it to you in person or in video, as the case may be. This is the box that I put together. I'm going to use heavier paper, I think. But for now, this is what I actually did for the craft fair. I did a local craft fair about a month ago. Sold a couple of these too, so I was real happy with that. Zombie Man Zero peg head. Made the box, and inside you will find a little brochure that shows the full series. These are all original pieces. So there's only 6 pieces, and each design there's only one. They're totally original, so I had to price it accordingly. But I love candy toys. Those are I just love little toys like I got this Iron Man 2020. It's a Marvel Universe series, so I just love little toys, and I wanted to make some merchandise that I like. I wanted to make something that I would like to get. So anyway, I made this Series 0 of Zombie Man Zero. So you get a little brochure, and then you get a little figurine, hand painted, wooden base. Hope you can see that. There he is. That's Zombie Man. I think that's Zombie Man 2. There you go. I was real happy with how these came out. And I'll probably do more. I hope you can see that. Let's see, go like that. There we go. I'm planning on maybe doing a series for every show I do. So like I said, they're original pieces, and it's a lot of fun. So every time, if you see me at a show, you'll probably see a new series, all original artwork. A couple other things that I actually took to that craft fair. I've been talking about this on my blog. Coloring books. I always loved coloring books as a kid, and so I decided to make one that I could sell. Super Monsters coloring book. It's on heavyweight paper, and it's got all these different monsters that they're all original monsters. I've got the illustration here and a description on the other side. Spydrox, Tentaculon. I love the descriptions that I had to come up with. Let me see. Try to find a especially good one. Okay. Here's one. Stone boar, originating from Småland. a region of Sweden, the stone boar creature is presumed to be a prehistoric giant of immense power. Apparently frozen in suspended animation for countless years, the stone boar was awakened after a deep underground volcanic eruption. So, it's kind of cool making this stuff. And, you know, each of these characters, eventually maybe I might do a little cartoon short, or I could make a little comic book. But I think this is a real fun thing, you know, especially for kids. They can just color it however they want, and paper's so heavy. I remember as a kid, I loved, you know, working on heavy paper because it wouldn't buckle or tear, you know, like the traditional paper they use in some of the other coloring books. So it's a little more expensive to make, but I really think the end result is worth it. Then I made another smaller version. This is Junior Super Monsters coloring book, and these are the kid versions of some of the other monsters, Dracula Jr., and these were fun to put together. The descriptions. I really enjoyed trying to put a little bit of, I don't know, trying to put like a little good positive spin on some of these descriptions. For instance, here's one. Boulder Dozer Jr. He got a drum set for Christmas. Can you hear it? Boulder Dozer Jr. just loves playing his deluxe drum set he got for his birthday. Dozer Jr. can play morning, noon, and night. Unfortunately, his parents don't allow it. So it's lights out for this little drummer monster until later. But don't worry, later is just around the corner. So, this was a lot of fun. And what else did I take? Oh, okay. And the other thing I actually made for the this last crafter was, I have comic books, and you know, those I sell for $3, but I wanted to make something that was more inexpensive, and so these are actually reprints. This is just one of them. Orgo was in one of my comic books called Super Monsters Unleashed, but I put it together in the small little pocket kind of format, heavy paper again, color cover, and I could sell these for like $1. And it's just kind of a nice little stocking stuffer. You know, you have these, like I said, these are reprints, so when people come up, I explain, okay, this is a reprint from this comic book. But you'd be surprised, a lot of people would rather have a small, you know, shorter little stocking stuffer than actually buy a big, you know, a full comic book. So I think I might do more of these. Okay. And I wanted to also show you these sketch comics that I've been posting on my Robot Engine blog. These are handmade comics. It's all original art. I mean, you know, I'm literally painting and inking and you know, writing on the book that you hold in your hand. So this is the first one I did. This is it's quarter size. This is a legal size sheet of paper. I'll just use this as reference. This is a legal size sheet of paper, so I just folded it in half and then folded it. Actually, I cut it in half and then folded it. It's a acrylic cover, and this one I penciled first. I penciled it, then I inked it, and then I put a wash on it, and then I lettered it. And I lettered this one with actually a ballpoint pen because I needed something small enough that it wouldn't smudge. A lot of fun. That was the first one I did, and I really liked it. It was a neat process, doing something totally original, and you know, original in the sense that, you know, I can't fix it. Like, once I put it on paper, I have to make that art work or throw it away and start over again. Oops, this was actually the most recent one, but let me show you this one first. This was the second one I did, Smiling King. I went larger. I went 11 by 17, and I same thing. It's acrylic cover. This one, it was bigger, so it was a little bit easier. I still did rough pencils underneath before I hit it with the ink and the wash. I used a pen, not more of a felt pen, when I lettered it, because it was a larger format, so I had a little bit more leeway. Working large was easier, but it was a little bit more labor because I have to cover, you know, more page. but it gave me a chance to get a little bit more looser with my artwork. I thought this page came out pretty good, and I actually like the way this one ended a lot. Hail to their king. Acrylic back cover, acrylic front cover. And these, what I do is I'll do the artwork first, and then I do the cover last, because I don't really know how the story and the art in here will be until it's done. So I do that first, and then I can do the cover. This is the latest one I did. It's called Meat. Cover's really thick. This was, and it's kind of neat too, because since it's the original artwork, the heavier and thicker you go, I'm almost making like a hardcover book. It's very dense. Yeah, and I decided to go legal size, just fold it in half. And this one I did not do any pencils. I just went straight in with the ink. You could tell maybe some of the drawings are a little bit looser, but I just felt comfortable doing it that way with this story. And this is fun. It's more of a, if I have just any emotional ideas, I can just kind of throw them out. This is kind of neat here. I had a lot of text here, but it wasn't really helping the story. So, and like I said, once you start working on something like this, you can't white it out, or else it's gonna, really kind of stand out. So either you trash the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, all the pages connected to it, you trash the whole thing and start over again, or you try to make it work. So what I did is I just blacked out all that text, and actually it was good, because it created a moment where the viewer, you're reading this and then you see this, and instantly you start wondering, oh, what's he thinking? You start, oh, okay. And it's all through expression. Hey, this guy, he's smug, he's whatever. But I think the main point is the viewer tries to connect with this guy. You try to understand what he's thinking. And that's always neat, because this guy's not even real. He's like a picture. He's just a couple of lines on paper. But if you can get the viewer invested enough into what they're looking at to want to know, oh, what's he thinking? Or I know what he's thinking. Then the viewer, there's a rapport going on that I think you would want as a storyteller. So I like that. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, I had one page I really liked. It came up pretty good. I like that one. I thought that one was good. And I liked this thing. He's kind of shadow boxing. And this is lettered with a felt pen, I think. That was tricky too, because I'm writing this thing and I don't have any script, so I'll start writing and that kind of doesn't work. Did I use any? Yes, it gets like that too. Doesn't read that well, but I think it's well enough. And then these ending little notes, I thought, well, I could say something, So when you're free, you can smile at everything. It's true, I think. Oh, here's, don't waste your time. Eat it. Just a little joke trying to set the tone. Anyway, that's the latest one I did. And I guess that's all I've got to show right now. But hope that was interesting for you. And I guess that's it. Until next time.